and sit flat on the floor in Sukhasana, or a cross-leg position. Now, some of you have really open hips. You can sit here, your knees are close to the floor. Sometimes if hips are tight, what that looks like is the knees are up, and maybe even sometimes the knees are up and the body starts to kind of crunch forward. So I just want you to kind of feel what it feels like in this position. We're going to mix it up and switch the cross of the legs. The second side is always slightly more awkward. Just kind of notice for a second and let your body relax. Take another deep breath and see what that feels like. All right, here's another position that when hips are tight is a little difficult. Just bring your legs straight out in front of you, flex your feet. And we're going to take our legs into second position. Is what I call second position. Don't push, don't try to or stretch the groin. Just want you to kind of notice this position. So much stretch. We can stretch all day long, but listen, if we don't have the strength to back up the stretch, eventually we wind up in pain. So we're going to come into a position I call side sitting. It's kind of a 90-degree-ish angle here and here. And we're going to go in and out of this a few times, side to side. And then I want you to pick your, let's choose the side, the most organized side in the back. This is the side that we're going to work. This is another way to find glute medius. So again, I'm putting my hand on my hip on my glute medius so that you can kind of check in with it and see what's going on here. Now, if you, we're gonna really work this back leg more than we're gonna work the front leg. If you think about your knee and your heel at the same time, pressing down into the floor, you're gonna feel this light up perhaps. That's what we wanna feel, and then relax. Now, how heavy did you press? So I want you to kind of check in with how heavy did you press? Was it too much? Was it too little? And I want you to go and see if you can find 75% effort. And then also see if you're having a tendency to kind of lean to the side, because that's the tendency, but we want to sit up really nice and tall. It's going to be a little, leaning Tower of Pisa here. You want to lean to the side. So you can sit up tall and then do the exercise again, especially if you were kind of leaning. Push down and relax. Push down and relax. And make sure that muscle turns on and off so we can have a dysfunctional muscle that won't turn on, but we can also have a dysfunctional muscle that won't turn off. Both are equally as dysfunctional and weak. So here we go to that other side. It turns off. It turns on. It turns off. It turns on. Good, it turns off. Okay, here's another way to turn it off. Boom, this other position here. That also turns glute medius off. You don't have to do this one with me because we're going over to this other side. We're going over to this second side inside sit. All right, again, working the back leg, sitting up as tall as possible. Knee and heel press into the floor and relax. You can check in with this muscle. You can kind of feel it underneath your hand. Now, every once in a while, I run into someone who this isn't the catalyst of this turning on, but they kind of have to troubleshoot it the opposite way. So they have to, with their mind, turn it on and then have this muscle push the knee and the foot down. So if that's you, you might have to think about it a little different way, just backwards. Not that you're backwards, just that the way this muscle is thinking right now is a little not the norm, but there's nothing wrong with that, to be honest, at all. Push and relax. We're just going to kind of train the muscle. One more. All right, now. It really hurts your knee. Okay. The back knee. Yeah. Do you have something under it? Do you have a mat under it? Or Do you have a blanket nearby? Yeah, put it there. Pad it. Yeah, whatever you've got. Look, I've got this book. Anything. Yeah. Is that good? So also you want to flex your back foot is another thing. That's going to take pressure off the ligaments. It's in the joint. Okay, are you having knee pain? Uh-huh. Okay. Skip that side, Sarah, for now, and we might be able to troubleshoot that in a different kind of session. All right, but for the knee, we do want to make sure these ankles are flexed, by the way. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go side to side. We're going to go back to that original side, or for Sarah, she might just be working one side tonight, or maybe not pushing down with the knee so much. Yeah. So there's another way that we can do this too, which I kind of like. And so, Sarah, we don't want to hurt your knee, so you're not going to push down the in the first part of this, but I want you to do the second part. So imagine if you're in this position, you're going to lift your knee and your heel off the floor, sitting up tall. But you shouldn't be able to do it. Like nobody should be able to do that because it would be like this. It would be like a big old sheet. So we actually don't want to be able to do it, but we want to feel the contraction. Exhale when you do it. And then release. And you don't need too many of those. Just do a couple where you're picking up your knee and your ankle at the same time. Exhale. You're going to give a big old contraction and then side to side. All right, now we're going to go to that second side, or if the knee is painful in this, you can try it once with the lift up. But if the lift up still is too intense on the knee and the ligaments, don't do it. We're not going to, don't ever want your knee to hurt like that inside the joint. So we're going to maybe push down again, maybe for most of us, and then lift up the knee and the foot at the same time if we can. Exhale. Nope. But we feel that contraction. That's what we want to get. You can try it one more time, let it go, and then exhale and try. And that's the thing, you can't really see it so much as you could feel it in your body, right? All right, so side to side.